Okay, dear students, welcome back to this lesson of English, which is skills time, lesson number 5, which is about, of course, reading. As you may notice here, look at the photographs. What was the amazing escape? What was the amazing escape? You have a text here. What you are going to do is to try to listen first, then try to read you yourself the whole text in order to try to understand first, then to try to accommodate yourself with reading. Here we have the title of this text is The Amazing Escape. The Amazing Escape. The Amazing Escape. Part number 2, which is listen and read. We have listener number 80. This lesson, of course, is page, let me see here, which page is it? Yeah, it's page 90, unit 11, words in context. Our main focus in this text is words in context, which is entitled as The Amazing Escape. Reading an account. Here the words, main focus of these words in context are explorer, melt, frozen, sink, sunk, the past of sink, lifeboat, survive, storm, wave, and rescue. Okay, so let's go and try to listen, then read. So try to listen together. What you are supposed to do, as usual, is what you're supposed to do is to try to listen and point with your finger the way I do here. So let's go and listen.
Listening 80. Listen and read.
The Amazing Escape. Ernest Shackleton was a famous explorer. He wanted to explore Antarctica, and in August 1914 he left England. His crew of 28 men sailed on the ship the Endurance to the South Atlantic Ocean and then towards Antarctica. Almost one day's journey from their destination, the ship stopped because of the thick ice. So the crew had to wait on the ship for the ice to melt. But as the ice melted, the ship started to break. The crew left the ship and camped on the frozen ocean. Eventually, the Endurance sank. After months of living on the broken ice, the men could sail to land in their lifeboats. They landed on Elephant Island in April 1915.
This is the lifeboat.
Shackleton decided to find help. He made one of the most dangerous journeys ever when he tried to return to the island of South Georgia. He and 5 other men survived storms and waves of 16 meters in one lifeboat. On landing, Shackleton and 2 men had to climb for 36 hours to find help. It took a further 3 months to rescue Shackleton's men from Elephant Island, but amazingly, all 22 men survived.
Excellent so far. So, what was the amazing escape here? What was this text about? This text is about Ernest Shackleton, a famous explorer. What does it mean, a famous explorer? He was a sailor. He was to explore Antarctica. He sailed with his crew in August 1914 to explore Antarctica. Now what's Antarctica? What does it mean, Antarctica? We have what? What do we have? How many places do we have in this earth? What are these? We have Africa, we have Asia, we have Antarctica, we have Europe, we have America. What do we call these? Never mind, we will try to see them all together, okay? Here we have underline these words in the text, guess their meaning, and then check them in the workbook dictionary 4, page 4 here, workbook dictionary, notion number 4, which is here. So here we have the text. What you are to do is first to try to see these words: melt, explore, frozen, sink, sank, lifeboat, survive, storm, wave, and rescue. So let's go through this text and try to find help you find as many as I can from this words here. We have was famous explorer, August, English, his crew, man sailed Southern Ocean, then was what, Antarctica. Let me see the words one more time, please. Here we have explorer. The first one is explorer. Here we find explorer. What do we have here? Sink, lifeboat, survive, stopped, his crew, storm, rescue. So let's go here and try to see the rest of the words here. Ice melted. Ice melted. Here we have this melted in the past. Melt, ice melted. A ship started to break. The crew left the ship and came on the frozen ocean. Here we have eventually the Honduras sank, as you may notice. We have here. What you are supposed to do is try to find the rest of the words in this text. I'm doing this just to help you. Try to find this: explorer, melt, frozen, sink, sank, lifeboat, survive, storm, wave, and rescue. Survived. Here we have survived. Look, let me continue with you for this, for example. Survived here. And let's move to the meaning of these words. What the meaning of these words here? Let's go. An explorer is a person who travels to new places. An explorer. We call an explorer in English a person who travels to new places. Melt. What does it mean? Melt. When ice does this, it changes to water. It changes to water. Means the first to be is it was an ice. Then it becomes what? It becomes water. Frozen. When water has changed to ice. When water has changed to ice, we call it frozen. Sink or sank. When a ship goes under the sea, like the Titanic. Lifeboat, a boat you use if the ship goes down. Survive, to stay alive after a dangerous event. Storm, bad weather with strong wind and rain. Wave, water which moves across the sea. And rescue, to take someone to a safe place. Part number 4 of this lesson is read again and put the sentences in the correct order. Most of the crew stayed on Elephant Island. The Endurance left England. The ship couldn't move in the ice and later sank. All the men from England Island were rescued. Shackleton and 5 men went to South Georgia. Try to look to the text and try to rearrange them. 1, 2, 3, which this is sentence number 1. Then, for example, you would say this is sentence number 2, and so on and so forth. Try to look to the text. As far as I'm concerned, I'm to give you show the answers just to save times here. So number 1, the Endurance left England. Number 2, the ship couldn't move in the ice and later sank. Number 2, most of the crew stayed on Elephant Island. Number 3, Shackleton and 5 men went to South Georgia. Number 4. All the men from Elephant Island were rescued. This what you are supposed to do. Is it clear? Let's try to see all of them one more time here. These sentences are like this in order. Put this on your book, write this on your book, please. But before leaving and saying goodbye, let's move to your workbook as usual to see what you are supposed to do as homework for this lesson, which is about reading. This lesson of reading, of course, which is intended to train you how to read. Here we have lesson number 5, skills time. Here complete the crosswords. These are what? These are pictures. Across meaning horizontally, like this. Down means vertically, like this. Here we have lifeboat. Picture number 1, lifeboat. This is a lifeboat. Try to do the rest exercises. Thank you so much for watching. See you next video. And before leaving, never forget to send your homework by WhatsApp on my page. Thank you so much.